putting their zakat and use it to pay or to invest in the name of the poor. For example, now that in Ghana we have a zakat institution, formalized zakat institution using strong corporate practices to mobilize zakat funds, to manage it and to disburse, particularly to our critically sick who may not have the resources to fend for themselves or to have medical care. Then our students in tertiary institutions, especially girls, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, make this provision for them. Today, as we stand, a number of students across the country are being supported to pay their tuition fee at the universities, Muslim or non-Muslim. But for the sick, we don't even look at the name, we look at the person and handles the medical care of them throughout the year. Then the economic empowerment for the vulnerable families. For many years now, we have been on that. So we are very happy with the government policy. We are very happy with the policy because it's going to actually bring economic inclusion or financial inclusion of all people, of all economic strata. So that at the end of the day, the whole country will be happy, inshallah. So at this juncture, we'll have a break, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion on the symbiotic link between Islamic banking and the zakat institutions in Ghana. Thank you.
It has impacted positively in so many people's life. Many people had scholarship to pursue their degree courses abroad and in Ghana here. Many people had the opportunity to take care of their health issues all through this zakat fund. I want to urge my Muslim,
as prescribed by our holy prophet, and a force for change so that we can be a credible non-governmental agency to continue our effort to assist Ghana overcome the challenges of the less needy.
Thank you very much for listening to our board chairman, Chief Alassane Dane. He has said it all, and our Sheikh has added his voice. In fact, Zakat Fund is today a force for change in Ghana. And as the Prophet said, Allah will never, or the Holy Prophet, the Holy Quran itself, it is clear there that Allah will never change the condition of a people until they begin to change what is within themselves. Our chairman, Chief Alassane Dane, has made it very clear, and our Sheikh has actually mentioned our shortcode, *789*2#, *7892#. You just dial it, it will open you to the Zakat platform where you can choose daily payment, auto debit, weekly payment, auto debit, or auto debit. And when you dial, it will ask you whether you are paying Zakat or Sadaqah, and within seconds, it will take you through our SYMBIOTIC bank. It's cashless, it's digitalized. When you have that, and you still want to go, or you decide to go to pay with your standing order at the bank, it is well done. You can also use your Visa card on our website, that is zakatfund.org.gh, zakatfund.org.gh. So as the chairman said, if you go to that website, you see the profiles of all our dedicated board of directors, and you can trust the system you are operating. Zakat Fund has come of age, and therefore, as chairman said, we are supporting the vulnerable in the society, those to go under critical medical care and they need support for surgery or other things. We are there for them. And particularly with education, higher education, and more particularly with our girls, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, Zakat Fund is there for you. Now we come to the economic empowerment, which is another area we handle very, very seriously. Now let me tell our Muslims who are watching that Zakat Fund has a huge potential in Ghana. We haven't tapped even 0.001%. That potential, looking at the statistics of Ghana's population in Ghana 2021 census, let me tell you something. Northern region is put about 1.5 million Muslims, Ashanti region about 800,000 Muslims, Greater Accra about 600,000 Muslims, Brong and Hafu about 418,000 Muslims, Upper West about 434,000 Muslims, Savannah region around that same figure, then Bono region and the rest, with Western region around 200 and something thousand Muslims, Central region the same thing, with Volta region having about 77,000 Muslims. Now we have used these statistics to come out with the Zakat ability of Ghana, the Zakat potential of Ghana, and we are arriving at 2.6 billion Ghana cedis that the Zakat system can mobilize for Ghana to develop. for Muslims to support government initiatives so that together we'll build this country. Let me tell you the figure, 2.6 billion Ghana cedis. How do we derive it? We divided the census into 3 categories. As the chairman said, we have category A, that is Muslims who are on regular monthly payrolls, who are paid monthly, regularly. We are coming out with a figure which is around about 200,000 Muslims, either on public sector payrolls or private sector payrolls. And that alone is going to generate about 240 million Ghana cedis if the Muslims live up to expectation of the requirement of the 5 pillars. The 3rd pillar is the Zakat. Now, category B, we have Muslims who owned their own businesses. That's a corporate Zakat. Any Muslim who owns a business is supposed to pay the Zakat of 2.5% of his savings, of their shares, of their bonds, of their merchandise, of whatever asset that they have, their gold reserves and whatever, they have to pay 2.5% on it. If you don't pay, Allah will not let the police arrest you immediately. But what you are doing is that you are doing a very terrible harm to yourself, to your family, and to your wealth. Because that 2.5% that you fail to pay will eventually be turned to like weevils that will enter into your wealth and begin to destroy it eventually. So when you pay, you multiply your wealth, you purify it, and you are enhanced spiritually. That's the 2nd category. The 3rd category, we have targeted about 1 million Muslims who are not on payrolls. They don't also earn their regular salary. They don't also own businesses, but they care for their families by themselves. And at least if each one of them should give just 1 cedi a day, we'll have 1 million Ghana cedis a day, and therefore 360 million Ghana cedis a year. If you put the 3 together, you arrive at 2.6 billion Ghana cedis. So you realize that a country like Indonesia, Malaysia, like Indonesia, the Zakat potential is about 3.6 trillion Indonesian rupiah. Malaysia had the same thing. Singapore has the same, around the same figure. But Ghana, in terms of our Muslim population, that is growing seriously. We have a Zakat potential of 2.6 billion Ghana cedis. This message goes to our Muslims, professionals in this country. The linkage between Zakat institutions and Islamic banking is so strong. The symbiotic relationship is there. But the education hasn't gone deep. That is why Zakat institutions is trying to promote the education of Zakat and Sadaqah Trust Fund that has a strong linkage with Islamic banking system that this government has brilliantly brought on board as a policy, and we all as Ghanaians have to put our hands together to derive that huge benefit, because the global Islamic banking system has a financial asset of between $3.5 trillion and growing at a rate that in a very short time, like 2-3 years to come, they may be hitting $7.5 trillion. Why won't Ghana seize this rare opportunity for enhancing financial inclusion and at the same time for promoting a sustainable economic growth for the entire Ghana? So the government policy should be supported to the full by all our imams, by all our non-Muslims all over the country. We are not going to Islamize the public institutions. We are going to enhance the sustainable economic growth. Therefore, we are promoting this policy and appealing to all Muslim accountants, all Muslim bankers, all Muslim economists, all Muslim professors, all Muslim businessmen in particular, to have in the public education of the Islamic banking system that has a very strong linkage with the Zakat institutions in Ghana and anywhere in the world. There's a way by which the Islamic banking system